new here, my name is Nelly and welcome to my YouTube channel. My goal is to encourage you and challenge you in your faith walk and also just give you a genuine example of what being a Christian looks like in the adult world. If you're watching this video, I don't want you to think for a second that my life is perfect, that I don't have struggles, that I don't have challenges, because that would be a complete lie. But I hope that this video is encouraging for you to create the community that you want. And I can't wait for you to watch this video. I am hosting my last women's group tonight, and I'm really sad about it. But just the timing of the group, a couple of my friends are about to have their babies soon, and they're going to be pretty busy, which wouldn't leave a lot of people left in the group. But I'm excited to take you guys along for kind of the setup of it. I've already done some stuff, but my first stop was getting a blueberry latte. And I don't know if you all have seen this like trending on TikTok, but I tried to make my own blueberry syrup and it was okay. It wouldn't the amount of work that it required to make the syrup was just a little bit too much for my morning coffee. But it is also 4 p.m. and so I went to go get this coffee. I went to Kroger to get some sauce because we're doing some homemade pizza tonight. I made 2 batches of dough, but I might make another one because I don't know how big it will be and I want everyone to have their own. So I might make a 3rd batch of dough right now. That way we just have plenty of dough for everyone. And let's get started. This hits. Okay, we're back. I kind of lost track of time chatting with my husband, and it's already 6:19 and people are coming over in 10 minutes, and I have a sink full of dishes that I need to conquer and spray the counters and get everything ready. So we are gonna do that in rush before people come.
Hello, vlog. Hello, vlog.
This girl is doing my dishes. You all know when you have those friends that you're like, don't do nothing, don't touch nothing, don't serve me.
Shut up, Nelly. I do what I want. I do what I want.
I'm vlogging this night. You've seen this girl before, and now she's girl plus 1.
I know.
Oh my god.
We've got more people in our group now.
Yeah.
Yes. We've doubled our members. Man,
my
that
basil.
literally looks professional.
It does.
Hey,
We're
you
impressed.
wanna check mine
We're
and
impressed.
see if it seems like the right thickness?
Why, thank you. Why, thank you.
Heather?
Yeah. So if anything, we
Right?
have this.
I'll rip it.
That was pretty good. would tell my younger self as a Christian is to not rush the timing of the season of waiting, and to not have to rush into God's final destination plans for me. And that in the waiting, learning that being with Jesus is the goal rather than where he's trying to bring you to, but that is the place of fulfillment, is learning how to just be with him.
That's a word right there.
Something I would say to my younger self, among the many things I would say to my younger self, would be all the healing, all the freedom, all the joy and peace that you were looking for is not going to be found in all the places you're looking for it. So please just give up now and obey the first time and trust that God is who he says he is. He loves you more than you know he does. And you will not find it out there. It's only going to be found in him.
What I would tell my younger self is God actually knows you and your inmost being so well, better than you know yourself. So sometimes when you're trying to control your circumstances or your season of life, just surrender to him, because his ways truly are so much better than what you can imagine. And I think even if it's years later, you will look back and be like, thank you, Jesus, for interceding here instead of letting me have my way, because your way was so much better.
That's good. That's good.
Okay, one thing I would tell my younger self is to just be yourself, that your people are out there. There's people who would gravitate towards you, and you don't have to prove yourself by acting a different way that you think people would like, that it's okay to just be yourself, and you are loved that way, the way that you are. To share a little clip of how I kind of structured my women's group. One thing I really wanted to prioritize in this group was praying over each other, talking about the things that are going well in our lives, talking about the things that are challenging, talking about the dreams and visions and desires that we have, and then just praying over each other. I love everything that a Bible study can be, but I really wanted this space where there was community, where we talked about life, where we really got to know each other and we got to know how to best support each other and how to support each other's dreams. Like just a room full of women who are hearing one another's dreams and just encouraging each other and challenging each other is unlike anything else. To where people feel like they have a space where they don't just have to talk about where people have a space where they don't have to just talk about the 9-to-5 job that they have, but they can talk about their creative passions and desires and maybe something that could become a career in the future. But having a space where someone can feel heard and seen and loved for the things that are on their heart is so special. Also, there's just so much power in prayer, of women coming together and supporting one another in prayer. There's so much power. And now being able to look back in the past year and just see how much our relationships have grown with each other, seeing how much our vulnerability has grown with each other, and even seeing like the prayers that we had a year ago to living in the answered prayers now. Like even taking a look at your own life in this moment while you're watching this video, like what prayers are you living in right now that maybe you once prayed a year ago, or maybe you once prayed a couple years ago? Take a moment to reflect on all that God has done for you in the past year. Like a year ago, I was praying for community, and now I have a group, or had a group of 5 or 6 women who partnered with me for the past year of meeting once a month and literally taking the time to invest in each other and listen to each other and spend time outside of that time. It's just incredible for me to even look back at like these two women who obviously were not pregnant a year ago, but like seeing God answer their prayers and dreams to have a family, to now be where they are, either due next month or due in a couple months. It's surreal to look back at those moments and know that God had those moments for you too. Like, you're not just looking at someone else's life, you're not just looking at God answer prayers or move in someone else's life, He moves in yours too. Just an example of that is how God answered my prayer through community. Because a year ago, we had just been at a new church for a few months, and I was desperate for community at this church, desperate to meet other people, to meet other couples, and just seeing how God has even answered that prayer. Let this be an example of, if you are someone who is looking for community, create that community that you want. Like, be the one to host people over. Be the one to invite people over for dinner. Be that friend that you want. Be the friend who is kind and forgiving and intentional. Be that friend who checks in on other people just to see how they're doing. That if you want to see your relationships and friendships blossom when you feel like you don't have any, it will come from being the friend that you want. And you will attract these people who have the qualities that you desire by living out those qualities. You're not just going to be a terrible friend to people and never respond to anyone and then find yourself just surrounded with great friendships. It takes time, it takes work, it takes effort. And let this be an example of that. If you made it this far in the video, I'm so happy you're here, and I can't wait to see you guys on the next one.